Hello everyone, and welcome back to Anne's Family Recipe. Today we're doing something totally different. I am going to try a Big Mac for the first time in my life. I grew up, Andrew's with us, as are all the kids and my husband, but I grew up not really eating that much fast food. I remember going to like 1 or 2 McDonald's birthday parties. Comment below if you ever went to one of those. For some reason, I specifically remember being behind the counter, which I feel like would totally not be allowed today. Definitely a liability issue there. But I remember getting like one of those really like small basic burgers that had like a squirt of ketchup and mustard and maybe a single pickle on it. I don't know. I really don't eat at McDonald's that often. Sometimes we go there like if we're on road trips for their breakfast. So I have eaten their breakfast sandwiches. Like I know I enjoy their bacon, egg, and cheese bagel without the sauce. And I've tried a sip of some of their McCafe coffee drinks, but I don't think they make any of those super sugary flavored drinks, which are the kind that I like, decaf. And of course, if I drink caffeinated coffee, like a big thing of it, I get crazy anxiety and it's not good. But I also remember growing up, every year in March, we would go and get a Shamrock Shake. So I have experience with those. And oh, I lived in college, I studied abroad in Italy for 6 months. And by the time my trip was kind of winding down, there were moments when I was craving just a classic American cheeseburger. So I remember going to McDonald's once when I was living in Rome. So I have tried just a regular cheeseburger from there a couple of times before. I distinctly remember posting on Facebook the first time I personally drove myself through a McDonald's drive-thru. And I got the chicken selects and a Sprite. And I was very proud of myself for figuring out, I was super overwhelmed at the menu. I like never had gone through drive-thrus. Now I go through drive-thrus all the time because I take my kids to Chick-fil-A. But I just don't really frequent McDonald's. So today is the day that I will try the renowned, epic, legendary Big Mac from McDonald's. And this is one of my husband's favorite things. He told me, which I didn't even know, but evidently a handful of times every year, he goes out for work on his lunch break and gets a Big Mac because every once in a while, that's just the only thing that'll satisfy his craving. So I'm gonna go give it a shot and see what I think. I think I've only been to McDonald's probably 20 times in my entire life. I get fast food a little bit more frequently now that I have kids, but I typically tend to go to Chick-fil-A. That's just their favorite, and I like their chicken sandwiches there too. So not very often at all. So this is kind of a treat for the rest of my family, and it's gonna be hopefully a treat for me too. We'll find out. I am very nervous to try a Big Mac. I have been putting this trip off for a long time now. I don't know why, because I remember the regular burgers are very good. Like it kind of hits the spot if you just want like a regular burger taste, I guess you could say, but I don't know what to expect. It has, there's like an old jingle, right? The sesame seed bun, special sauce, and then is it like lettuce, tomato, are there pickles on it? There's pickles? Did they do ketchup and mayonnaise? Onions?
Ketchup,
mustard, onions.
Special sauce.
Or special sauce, yeah, okay.
And onions, yeah.
I think I've always had a little bit of a stigma towards fast food, so I just try to steer clear. I have a cooking channel on YouTube, obviously, you're here to watch it, and I like to cook from scratch at home, which actually reminds me that one of the other reasons why I'm trying this is because my husband has been begging me to make Big Macs at home, kind of like a copycat, my own version of a Big Mac. So we have to test it out first to see what it's like so that I can recreate it in my own kitchen. I don't think I'm necessarily un-American for not having a Big Mac, but I do think it's a really fun milestone to hit at age 33, bringing in this new decade, the year 2020, with a very quintessentially American food. Okay, so I'm in line at the drive-thru. And comment below if you get super nervous when you're waiting at the drive-thru. I always get very like panicked and I start to sweat, and I'm never familiar with the restaurant's menu, and I feel like it's always a limited menu that they post, probably to like push certain products, but you know, you might see a commercial on TV and then it's not even listed on the menu and you get really flustered. So luckily I only have one thing to order. I'm just gonna get a Big Mac, right? Is that all I have to say? Okay, one Big Mac please. Look at me, I have to practice what I'm gonna say. This is how infrequently I go to the drive-thru. But we are next in line and I am super excited and very hungry. Breakfast anytime.
Hello, McDonald's, you're free.
Hi, can I just get one Big Mac, please?
And that's all?
Yeah.
Alright, at 5:45, first witness.
Okay, thank you. 5:45. So the guy at the cash register just told me that the Big Macs are 2 for $5 now. So instead of getting one for $5.45, we just got 2 for $5.35, and we're gonna give one to the kids. So they are super excited in the back seat right now. So they made me pull up to the railing because they're going to bring my food out to me. So I feel very special, like super VIP. They didn't even realize that this is my first Big Mac ever. But really, it's probably just because my Big Mac's not ready yet. Okay, so this is the Big Mac, the image that they use for their marketing, and it looks delicious. It looks very tall. So I'm excited to compare the image to what I actually receive. Okay, so we pulled over because I have to try this fresh out of the bag and box. So this is maybe not your typical unboxing that you watch on YouTube, but today it's a Big Mac unboxing, something I've never seen before. Clearly labeled, I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Maybe. I can't get them. Okay, there we go. Ooh. They weren't joking about the sesame seeds. I smell pickles immediately. Got a little waft of that scent. Maybe not as tall as pictured online. Little chopped up onions, I like that. Little lettuce. Wait, we gotta open this up for a second. Let's see what's inside. Oh, plain. Wasn't expecting that actually. Oh, okay, the sauce is underneath. Oh wait, so it's just the sauce. There's no ketchup and mustard, right? And there's no tomato. Why did I think there was tomato? I'm already thinking of ways to improve this, but we'll see. Okay, so here we go. Oh, did they give me napkins? Yes, good. All right. It smells good. The bun's super soft. I actually really like that. And there's that, like, I don't know how I'm gonna recreate this because there's that weird, like, middle bun too. So I'll have to kind of chop the top off of one bun and toast it. Oh, it's toasted too. Interesting. I'm just taking notes for future reference here. All right, let's give this a taste. It's actually really good. I really like the sauce. I'm a big fan of like a special kind of sauce on a burger, whether it's like a fry sauce, like a mix of ketchup and mayo. Is that probably what Big Mac sauce is? I don't know. What is the special sauce? I'll have to look that up. I'll have to Google that. And I love onions on my burger. I love American cheese on my burger. The only thing I could say, I would say the beef patties aren't my favorite, but it still tastes really good. And I do love that soft, really buttery bun. I'm impressed. I can see why my husband would want to get this every once in a while. It's really, really good. In fact, I'm gonna eat a little bit more right now. Could use some tomato and pickles though, just for that little extra moisture, because it is a little bit dry. It's really not bad. I think I kind of like a Big Mac. Oh wait, I made a discovery. There are pickles on this. They just scooted out the back. I just have to realign my sandwich here. I didn't realize. Okay, so I can give it an extra point now because there are pickles and I love that. A little crunch, a little tanginess. All right. I'm gonna go back for more. Make sure you comment below with your favorite item from the McDonald's menu because clearly there's other things out there that I haven't tried yet that maybe I do need to try. My husband's challenged me to recreate this at home, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video. Thanks so much for joining me here today, and I'll see you again soon. That was super delicious, which makes me nervous because that means I'm gonna wanna go back and get one at some point in my life. And I know they're not that great for me, but it tasted really, really good. So thank you to my husband, Sean, for recommending that I give one a try because the Big Mac is very, very good.